Welcome back to the next episode of DDO 10-Minute Tips. In this episode, we've been talking about guilds. We've gone over how to create and how to recruit. Leastwise, in part, I'll touch on the second way here in just a moment. Now, one of the advantages of being in a guild, or actually having your own guild, is buffs. Is having a ship and buffs. Now, what buffs are anything that's temporary that increases some aspect of your character. Potions such as resist acid, resist cold, etc. are buffs. When you use it, it increases your resistance too. Some buffs will increase stats such as strength or wisdom or whatever. Up here, Tiefdernach has a buff for experience points and for treasure. So, and one of the things you can do, you can take a look at people using your examine key or your Z key to zoom in and take a look at some information about other player characters. Now, since the last video, I've already gone ahead and we've purchased our ship, our first ship, and installed some amenities. Now, I don't know why they did this, but perhaps one day they will fix it. But the only way to... well, there are two ways to actually get amenities and buffs. One of them is here in the airship showroom. There's a player character in there where all players in the guild can contribute. And you can contribute either platinum or astral shards, and it goes into basically an account that could be used for either purchasing the ship or to purchase amenities and buffs. The second way only works if you're the leader or an officer, and that's where you can actually use straight out of your own personal funds to get them. Now, to backtrack a little bit to the last episode to follow up, when you're an officer or leader of a guild, you can use the lightning post to send out guild invites. You type in the recipient who you want to recruit and just click send, and whenever they get next to the lightning post the next time, it'll be there for them. And this is a default invite. You can customize it any way you want. Type it up in a text editor and just copy and paste it in. Tell a little bit about your guild or whatever to try and entice them to join. Now, guilds have levels, which are just like player characters have levels. We have made it to level 10. At different levels, you can receive or be eligible to receive certain things. Okay, at level 1, you just start out with Guild Chat. So as soon as you start it, you have Guild Chat available. Level 5, you get to be able to send out mail invites, so you don't have to remember the /guild recruit and the person's name. You can remember that if you want. At level 6, discount reagent, divine reagent. At level 8, discount arcane reagent vendors. At level 10 is when you can get your first airship, which we currently have. So, and as long as we're in here, if you ever go into your message of the day in a guild that you're not a leader of, you might see things like the less than, RGB equals, £, and numbers and letters. That creates colors in the chat window. So it's kind of hard to read in here. I wish they would find a way to actually screen that out whenever it comes up here to make it easier to read, or to bring this up to date and have it actually provide the colors and hide that. Okay, so we're going to go to our ship, and I'm going to show you where and how to add amenities and buffs. Back in one of the earlier episodes, when I was talking about guilds in general and joining them, I told you how, or showed you briefly how to do them down in the hold. You have to be an officer or the leader to be able to do it. The first mate can show you what you have and what you don't have currently on your ship. It will show you personal funds or guild funds, and I wish these were sortable by levels, guild levels. Make it easier to sort things out. Anything that you're not eligible for or do not have the funds for, the get now will be grayed out. Anything that you are eligible for will be not grayed out. Alright, so currently we have the Orion Express, which includes a bank, mailbox, and an auctioneer, and Three Finger Thads, which provides basic shopping services. You can buy and sell goods. Right now, we only have 26,000 platinum, so we can't add anything from the guild funds. Or if I use personal funds, you'll notice we've got a couple more available that run at 50,000 platinums apiece. And each one if you mouse over, we'll give you a little story, or not a little story, a little description of what it does. So, now, once you have them, you would find a place on the ship somewhere. The Windspire Sparrow is small. It doesn't have a lot of room, and it doesn't have a lot of what's called hook points. which can be shown through this button. And you get the squares where you can see where you can put things. There's the Orion Express. Over here was 3-finger TADs. We have just 2 more places we can add amenities or buffs. So, once you have that, you get on to one of the hook points, and I should have checked this out, but apparently you can also purchase them by standing on. You can get in place in one move. Alright, well, we've reached the end of our time here. So, remember, my friends, keep your weapons clean and sharp. Until next time.